I can barely look after myself, let alone a baby. Being a parent is truly terrifying. It's like having a Tamagotchi that if you forget about it for a few hours, you go to jail. So, I thought I would start early. I went online and I bought some children's books. And it turns out some of them were written by people who should have their kids taken away. For my round, I'm going to show you genuine children's book covers with parts of the title blanked out. All you need to do is fill in the blanks correctly, and I'll give you 1 point for every one you get right. And here is the first one. Blank, blank for babies. What 2 words are missing from this children's book title? Richard, what kind of books were you reading as a child?
I was mainly in Latin, initially. So, you know,
yeah.
Virgil, the classics.
So, Joel, what have you gone for?
I've gone for a book.
I don't know if there's any point continuing. Janine, what did you get?
I went for driving boats for babies. I had originally said cars, but I thought that's ridiculous.
Richard!
Immigration control.
Well, unfortunately for all of you, the correct answer is obviously quantum physics for babies. And I mean, it makes sense they'd be into it. They've just come out of an ever-expanding hole. Time for number 2. Harpo's? What? What 2 words are missing from this one? Is it Harpo's bad habits?
OK.
Is it Harpo's horrible secret? Or is it Harpo's fishing tip?
OK.
Yes, Richard?
I wrote my answer down before I saw the options.
OK, well, then it's going to be amazing if you get it right.
OK.
Joel, what have you got?
I've gone for fishing tip.
A whole book for 1 tip.
Yeah, you open it, and then it just says...
Don't go fishing with this guy.
Yeah.
Janine, what did you get?
I wrote horrible secret because it's the worst one.
Richard?
As I say, I didn't have the options before I wrote, so I put either inappropriate uncle or post-prison visit.
So, the correct answer is Harpo's horrible secret. A point for Janine. 1 more book for best behaviour. Scouts in what? I'm just looking for 1 missing word here. What are we thinking?
Hell?
Interesting guess. Janine, you got a guess?
Self-discovery.
Oh, lovely. I like that one, Joel.
Brownies.
Yes, Richard.
A river of blood.
I'll give you some more options.
OK.
Is it Scouts in swimwear? Is it Scouts in Leisureland? Is it Scouts in bondage? Write down your answers, everybody. It's one of these 3.
OK.
Joel?
I've gone for swimwear. Just because it felt like it was the most innocent. After I said that brownies thing, I felt really bad.
Yeah, good for you, yes.
Felt really bad. I'm trying to sort of just scramble back onto primetime ITV.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like having your cake and eating it.
Janine, what have you got?
OK, I picked the worst one.
Yeah.
Bondage, obviously.
And Richard.
I thought it could be like a Somerset Maugham of human bondage, use of bondage, so I went for bondage.
Do you want to know the correct answer?
Yep.
The correct answer is bondage. That is a point for Janine and Richard. None for Joel.
I feel wrong taking a point for that, actually.
Yeah. So, I thought we could play a game from a children's book I've recently discovered. It's a 1940s classic called Let's Play Indoors. It's a goldmine of games to keep kids amused on a rainy day, including my particular favourite, Poor Pussy. This is a genuine game, and to play it, we're gonna need a pussy. So, please welcome the biggest pussy I know, my partner in marriage and one-day divorce, Bobby Mayer!
Can I just say, she told me I was going to get to be on a show with Richard Ayoade.
Well, it's true, isn't it? OK.
I'm sort of here.
So, these are the rules taken straight from the book. Poor Pussy kneels in front of each player and meows 3 times. The player must stroke his head, saying, Poor Pussy, 3 times without smiling. If any of you get through it without smiling, I will give you 2 points.
Do you want to give me the points now?
Well, everybody, get ready. Here comes the pussy.
Can I just say, I saw you on the street once, and I wanted to introduce myself, and I thought it would be really awkward, so I didn't. And now this is how I'm meeting you.
Yeah. I think this is less awkward than it would have been. How long does this ordeal last for? Good grief.
Richard, remember, you have to stroke his head and you have to say,
poor pussy, poor pussy,
no,
poor pussy.
Richard, no, you say poor pussy and then he meows, and then you say poor pussy and then he meows, and then you say poor pussy and then he meows. Don't look at that, listen to me.
No.
No, Richard, you have to respect my rules.
Look, unless you're going to take it seriously, I'm not going to bother.
Richard!
No.
I'm on this show!
Neil, 3 times, meows.
I've got my husband dressed up as a cat.
I'm waiting for 3 mews.
Richard, follow the rules.
Give me 3 mews and then I'll stroke you.
No,
Pat him on the head.
No! 1 meow, and then you stroke.
No one cares anymore. That's why we've got anarchy. No one cares. We've got no rules.
Richard, why are we shouting at each other?
This game's a free-for-all.
How is this worse than my round?
Richard,
Yes.
stroke his head and call him a pussy.
I have done that. Poor pussy.
Meow.
Poor pussy.
Meow.
Poor pussy. I have a law degree. And my parents said, get a law degree, it'll be worth it. You were wrong.
Well, Richard, it seems like you know how to handle the pussy.
Thank you.
Janine, your turn.
Poor pussy.
That's a smile.
It's a smile.
That's a smile, Janine.
Come on over. It's just like being on Masked Singer.
Joel, you're smiling with your eyes.
Just imagine your wife got you to dress up like a fucking cat. Not until I say it. You touch me after I say the word.
Poor pussy.
You got this, Joel. Come on.
Can I sit on your lap like a cat would?
Yes.
Bobby, I've never been more sexually attracted to you. No, you have to play the game. You can't just sit.
Poor pussy. Oh, no.
Please can we thank my handsome pussy for life, Bobby Miller!
So, once in a generation, a sporting event takes place that captures the heart of a nation. The 1966 World Cup. Ali versus Foreman. The time that tall, moody bloke from Scotland won that tennis thing. Which is why tonight I am giving Great Britain a new high point in athletic excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, I bring you the Olympic Games. Wow. First up, it's Robot Vacuum Wars! For this round, we have 3 Roomba robot vacuums and each armed with a different sharp object from around the house. So the last robot with a balloon unpopped and still intact will be declared the winner. Shall we meet the contestants?
Yes.
Yep.
In the green corner, it's Wayne Ballooney. He's going to be armed with some kebab sticks I found at the back of my kitchen drawer. In the red corner, it's one of the hottest dirt suckers on the planet. It's Robot Pattinson. I've given him knitting needles, but his cheekbones are so sharp I don't think he's going to need them. And finally, in the blue corner, give it up for everyone's favourite Hoover bag of hot air. It's Michael McIntyre! With some nail scissors I once got in a cracker. So, those are our fighters. Desiree, who are you backing to come out top?
I'm going with McIntyre and those, that pair of shears right there.
Jonathan, who are you going?
I'm going with Robert Pattinson because I really like the Twilight movies and he's got such a handsome face.
Richard.
Michael Vaxack, I put. Because, again, for me, it's a question of reach. Right. The implement looked longer than everyone else's.
Well, shall we see who's going to win?
Yes.
Let's find out.
Robot Vacuum Wars.
So I'm going to turn them all on. Wayne Rooney took a bit of time to start up. Michael McIntyre, here we go. Whoa, this is psychopathic. Look at his face, he doesn't care. And straight past.
Yes, go on, Pattinson.
Yeah.
Not a chance.
Go on, you chisel-jawed hunk.
Oh.
McIntyre eliminated.
Not my day.
This is Wayne Rooney's just dry humping a sofa. Now he's moving away. But Pattinson's got his eyes on him. He's after him. Is he going to do it?
Yeah!
Wayne Ballooney eliminated. Robot Pattinson wins.
Robert Pattinson wins, which means it's a point to Jonathan.
Yes. Yes. Thank you.
Next up, it's the crowd's favourite. It's the Parcel Toss! I had 3 packages delivered to my house with the safe place listed as the first floor window. And all you have to do is guess which delivery driver managed to lob the package through the gap and into my sitting room. So let's meet our competitors. Adam, Paula, and Nick! These are all excellent delivery drivers, but which one is the biggest tosser? OK, Desiree.
I chose Nick because he has the eyes of someone who's been asked to do some crazy stuff before. And has been like, all right, and done it.
Yeah. Jonathan, who is
I've
your
gone
choice?
with Paula because I suspect she would take a bit more care than the others. And she's got a sort of look about her like she doesn't want to be doing this job for much longer.
No.
Join the club.
Richard, who do you think?
I've put Nick also, because he looks like a ninja.
Right, who was able to throw the parcel through the window?
It's quite tense.
I've really badly broken my leg and I can't make it to the door. Could you throw it through the front window?
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's just an iPad. It's nothing breakable, so just chuck it through that top window.
Sorry? Are you sure? Should I?
Yeah, just... All right. Top window, yeah?
Yeah, it's the one that's open. You can just about see it.
OK, but what if it breaks?
No answer. Yeah.
He just left.
job done, though.
I can't, sorry. Sorry.
All right, yeah, just leave it then.
Try again.
All right, nice one, yeah, cool.
It was Nick, which means 8 points to Desiree and Richard. OK, it is game number 3. This is a good old-fashioned marble race. But which marble will emerge victorious? You decide.
Well, when you say decide, you mean guess.
Yes.
Desiree, which colour marble are you backing?
I kind of like the shine of blue, so I've chosen marble blue.
Good choice.
Blue's nice.
Solid. Jonathan?
I've gone for the sheen of yellow.
Interesting. Richard?
I chose green because after that I lost interest.
Fair play. Fair play. Right, let's see which of you wins the race. Here we go.
It's anyone's game.
Very much in the lead.
Oh, man.
Blue's right behind.
Taking around the back.
Taking it in that corner very fast. Down and round.
What the what? What's happened to yellow? What's happened?
This red is dominating today's
stopped
race.
the
And
copies.
yet, something's going to happen here. Oh, my
come
God,
on.
green is taking it up.
Whoa.
Yes.
They're behind. Round it goes. Which means, Richard, you are the winner.
The right decision.
How did you do that? How did you do that?
Not caring is always the right decision.
Hey, some of us just know how to decide well.
Now, it wouldn't be fair to introduce you to the unrivaled joy of the Olympic Games without letting you compete yourself. So, please join me for Holly's Hairdryer Heptathlon. So, like some of my favourite late-night Amsterdam stage shows, each of you is armed with a hairdryer and a ping-pong ball. All you have to do is keep the ball in the air using your hairdryer. It's so simple. First player to complete the course will win 2 points. And if you come second, you win 1 point. And if you come last, you win no points. It's pretty straightforward. So, let me show you what to do. You start off with the wall of fans.
Okay.
Then you come to these, the sieves. You've got to manoeuvre the ball through the holes. Over here, this is the sort of Panama Canal of the sitting room. There's a man asleep here, so you've got to be very quiet. Edge your way down here. All my washing, very embarrassing, underneath here. Then you come to the tubes, put it there, sock it through, and smash the finishing gong.
I mean, already I can see Richard has an advantage because the only one of the three of us who can get through that fucking gap
Yes.
is...
There will be some reconstruction on the canal, don't worry about it.
Start your hairdryers, please. 3, 2, 1, go! Desiree's through! Through the sofas! You know the footage for this will come back to haunt you in a documentary in about 15 years.
Now, it has always been a dream of mine to enter the world's strongest man. The competition, not the guy. I've never been with a man before, and I reckon as a first time, that's probably in at the deep end. So, I've got somebody very special to help me with my rounds. Please put your hands together and welcome the two-time UK strongest man, Gavin the Bull Bilton!
You can't be that strong. You couldn't get the T-shirt off.
I would do that with this, but it's a Christmas present, so... Gavin, the ball, how are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah. Gavin, we're both strong men in different ways. Obviously, you're very physically strong. I've got strength as well. I'm a great listener. And I'm not afraid to open up about mental health. So, yeah, thank you, thank you. Thank you very much. Have you trained? You trained today, Gav?
Yeah, did some deadlifting this morning.
Deadlift, yeah, cool. What you lifting?
Probably about 400 kilos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Impressive. I did a session this morning myself, actually.
Yeah?
Yeah, boogie bounce. The woman that runs it, she's going through a divorce. So it was all power balance. Very intense, very intense. So, but Gavin, you're the real deal. You're a real strong man. Look what Gavin can do with this frying pan. Gavin.
Oh, yep.
Wow.
Yes.
Blimey.
Can I ask a question?
Richard, yeah.
Why was the T-shirt tougher than the frying pan?
Gavin, one thing I will say before we get into the round, just don't get Larry, all right?
Okay,
because me and Rich, when we go, mate, OK? I'm not responsible for what he would do to you.
That's right.
Yeah,
OK, just a bad thinking about. So, I'll be asking questions, and Gavin will be revealing the answers using his strongman prowess. So, question 1, how big's his neck? Genuine question, in centimetres, how wide in circumference is Gavin the Ball Bilton's neck?
Okay.
Yeah, to give you something to work with, I'm going to measure Richard's thigh.
OK.
Just as a bit of a reference. Yeah. Richard, are you happy?
I mean, the word happy does not apply to what you're going to do.
I'm already stood over here with a tape measure as well.
OK, we've gone in that way.
You got to go a bit higher. A bit higher for the 5. That's more upper knee.
Yeah. I've got to say, that was quite tiring.
Yeah.
Lifting the leg up for that long.
So if it's helpful, Richard's thigh is 49 centimetres in circumference.
Towards the knee, towards the knee.
So if you're within 5 centimetres, I'll give you a point.
I'll take it.
Tanya?
I went 64 because I don't believe that's 49. I'm getting 27 vibes. So then I went to there and I was like, if that's 27...
Can you stop calling it that?
Sorry, if them delectable 5s are 27, then we might get to about 64.
64, OK. Joe?
I put 103 centimetres. Because I tried to imagine how many of Richard's thighs would fit down your throat into your neck.
Richard?
I put 100 centimetres.
Let's get the answer. Gavin?
OK.
You give us your neck, pal.
I thought there might be a big bit at the back that I couldn't see.
Now he's strangling him.
Yeah. 51 centimetres. So that's no points for anybody. But we had a nice time, didn't we? Question 2. So, in this part of my round, Gavin is going to shoulder press me above his head for as many times as he can within 30 seconds. And your job is to guess how many times he can do that.
Are you going to do it stood up?
Yes. Yeah.
OK. That's a long way to fall. OK.
Have we got answers, Tanya?
Yeah.
I went 17.
17. Joe?
Okay.
21.
21.
What?
Richard?
I've said 7 because I think you're going to fall.
Well, there's only one way to find out, Gavin.
Yeah. All right.
Wow.
Ready when you are, Gavin?
OK.
OK. I just had a lasagna before this.
3.
Go on, Gav.
4. Come on. 5. Come on. 6. 7. Come on. 8.
Go on, Gav.
9. 10. 11. Yes. 12. Yes. 13. Yes. 14. Slow down.
Amazing.
Slow down. 16. Slow down. 17. Stop. 18. 19. 20. That was great.
That's a point for Joe.
Yes!
Gavin, that was unreal.
Gavin, can I have a go now?
I know what you're thinking. You're sat there in your comfy seats while me and the ball do all the heavy lifting. So for this next round, Gavin's going to take the weight off his feet and you're going to do some of the work. So if you guys join me up here, Gavin, have a seat and we're going to test your physical strength. So how it's going to work, I'm going to be asking Gavin a series of general knowledge questions. Whilst doing that, you're going to hold your medicine ball extended in your arms, and your turn is over when you either drop the ball or Gavin, the ball Bilton, answers 3 questions correctly.
OK.
So Tanya's up first. Your time will start, Tanya, when your arms are extended.
Ready? Start.
The 2022 World's Strongest Man competition was held in Sacramento, California. But what famous bodybuilder is also the former governor of California?
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Correct. You ever met him, Gav?
Yeah.
Hey, with the conversation.
Several of the World's Strongest Men events are named after mythical figures, but who is the god of the sea?
Gav!
Atlantis.
That correct answer was Poseidon.
Oh, that's a go,
or
yeah.
Jane McDonald, I would have accepted. The fridge carry event sees strongmen compete carrying fridges along a 30-metre course. But what temperature to the nearest centigrade does the UK Food Standardisation recommend your fridge be set to?
How long is this question?
4.
5 degrees. No, that's wrong. Tanya, you got 1 point. You got 1 point. Joe, are you ready, Joe?
No.
You're not ready? Are you...
Is there a paramedic around?
Joe, your time will start when your arms are extended.
Oh,
Gavin, your nickname is the Welsh Bull, but who is the long-time host of the darts-themed game show Bullseye?
He doesn't know. God, that stabbed me in.
Yeah.
Oh.
OK.
Sorry, Gav, you didn't know, did you?
Jim Bowen, wasn't it?
Oh, yeah, it is.
Yeah, it's Jim. It is Jim
Even I
Bowen.
knew that.
It's Jim Bowen.
Yeah.
Richard, do you lift?
No, I have been in lifts.
Your time will start when you extend your arms.
OK.
That's cheating.
It's physics,
Mate. OK. Here we go.
The 2006 World's Strongest Man winning firefighter Phil Pfister, great name.
That's cheating.
But which country is Fireman Sam set in?
Wales.
Correct.
That's cheating.
What's cheating?
World's Strongest Man Hall of Fame Jean-Paul Sigmarsson was from Iceland.
This is
But
good.
can you complete this tagline for Iceland's supermarket chain? That's why blank go to Iceland.
It's mums. That's why mums go to Iceland. Come on.
Is it beers?
No, I just...
The first ever World's Strongest Man competition was held in 1977, the same year as Elvis Presley died. Spoiler. But what is the name of his estate in Memphis?
This is great news.
Oh, can you repeat the question?
Richard scored 1 point. Well done, Richard.
That was really smart.
That was not good. Ow!
My round is about my first true love, the late, great King himself, Elvis Presley. Sadly, due to budget and mortality reasons, the King can't be with us tonight. So instead, please welcome the UK's leading and most available hound dog impersonator. It's Elvis Presley, everyone.
Thank you very much.
So for my round, you are going to have to describe famous Elvis songs to Elvis here, whilst being all shook up on what I am going to call the pleasure throne. You'll each have 1 minute on the throne to describe as many Elvis songs to Elvis as possible.
I've got to say, this does look like it's about to pulverise my prostate.
Oh, my God.
What the hell is this?
That is terrible for the men, but so good for the women. I cannot wait.
I can feel it from here, Catherine.
It is a stronger vibrate than I had planned. Nish, we'll start with you. Please come over and park yourself on the pleasure throne.
Now, I'm going to be frank with you. I mean, this is... Oh!
One of our leading political satirists.
Elvis, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Nish, your time starts now.
This is very uncomfortable. Not in the middle, but the opposite of the middle. At the fringes, and the thing that...
On the edge, on the edge,
yeah,
man's on the edge?
And the opposite of falsehood or fantasy
Man, that's the edge of reality.
Yes, it is the edge of reality. OK, this is... you're pursuing something that happens to you when you're in bed and your subconscious is processing the events of that day.
Chasing a dream, man. Something about chasing a dream. Follow that dream.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Yes. This is correspondence of amour.
Love letters.
Yeah!
Very good.
Can I keep this?
Oh, wow. Well done, Nish. You successfully described 3 songs, so that's 3 points. You can go back to your normal seats. Amazing. Oh. Helen, you're up next. Come over here.
Oh, my God.
You OK?
Richard, look at me.
I'm OK.
I am going to slip off this in a river of my own making.
Catherine, I trusted you to keep this clean. You've come in with something that's more at home on Howard Stern.
It didn't occur to me that this would be sexual. It really did not. Oh, my God.
Now, I am very excited for someone to turn this channel on and go, this is not the IT crowd reboot we were hoping for.
Elvis, are you ready?
Uh-huh.
Your time starts now.
Oh, my God! I am in my... and then you're like... we're both like...
Oh, man, it's like in the head, in your head.
Yeah.
Suspicious mind.
Correct! Because I... Oh, God.
Is it love? Is it love? Can you feel in love?
And in the... Yeah.
In the heart?
And it's like, I honestly,
okay,
it's just happening, and there's nothing I can do.
You just can't help falling in
Correct.
love.
It's what's happening to me right now. I am
Shake, rattle, and roll.
Oh, my God! You wear them on covering your toes.
Blue suede shoes. Oh, yeah, blue suede.
I'm an angel. Damn it!
You got 4 songs right and so got 4 points. Well done. your time starts now.
OK, it sounds a bit like if you found something and it's an animal that can yap a lot.
Oh, hound dog, hound dog.
Right. OK. You were persistently in my thoughts.
You were always on my mind.
Thank you. The ardour that you show me shouldn't be overly hard.
Some kind of love,
Yes,
soft love,
and
sweet love.
A bit like with meat, that you need to pound to make...
Tender, love me tender.
That's correct. Now, is there a sense in which you feel isolated? I do. Do you feel isolated after, say, midday?
Are you lonely?
That's right.
One of my favourites.
And you're free to gamble, I'm getting off this thing.
That was nicely done.
Wow.
Well done, you scored 3. Ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for our Elvis impersonator, the great Mark Elvis Goddard.
We know her as Catherine Ryan, but you know her as Catherine Ryan. KR, take the show by the scruff and bring it to heel. But bear in mind, we are only partially toilet trained.
I am now happily married to my husband, my one true love, my high school sweetheart. He will always be the second dude I lost my virginity to. But before our adorable reunion, I dated one of the sleaziest liars on the planet. This one time, I found a used condom in his bin, and he had the audacity to say, "Babe, I had a posh wank." Here's what happened.
Catherine. Now, I know this doesn't look good, but it's all a bit of a misunderstanding, really. You see, the reason why that's in my bin is because I've had a posh wank. Now, I know you're Canadian and you probably don't know about these sort of things, but in the UK, we are gentlemen. And we do this rather a lot.
Now, before Twitter explodes, no, Barry from EastEnders isn't my ex, though I did fuck him a couple of times. He's here helping me out with some dramatic reconstructions of the weak-ass excuses people gave when they got caught cheating. In each question, I will give you 3 possible BS excuses, one of which somebody actually used. Tell me which one, and I will give you a point. It's easy. I put a shout out on social media for anyone who'd had an experience like mine. One woman wrote, "I found a bra in his suitcase." And he said, "It's his from when he was fat. He keeps it as a reminder of how far he's come with his weight loss journey." Or, "It's his late mother's. She died in a fire, along with all her possessions, apart from one bra left on the washing line. It's all he has left of her." Or, at check-in, a woman was 2 pounds over her luggage allowance, so asked him to help out. So, which excuse did he give? All right, Dana, what have you put?
I put in check-in mix-up. It was my bra.
It would be 2 pounds.
3.
3. Stephen?
Dana's wrong. I put in check-up mix-up because it was my bra.
Oh! And Richard?
Dead mother. You can't mess with the dead mother. Well, you can, but it's not right.
Well, let's see if you're right.
What, this? This is mine. Before we met, I had very big moobs. And I keep this as a reminder of my weight loss journey. Still quite painful to talk about, actually. And very unfair of you to body shame me.
The answer was A. He claimed it was his bra. You know what I carry around to remind me of when I was fat? My son. So that's no points for anyone. I'm so sorry. For your second point, can you tell me where this one is going? Caught my ex sending dick pics, and when I confronted him, he told me, "My friend needs these for an art installation about male body image." "These are from my mates. We're just comparing our dicks." Or, "I was trying to take a picture of my leg. I didn't notice my dick slip into the frame." Dicks can be so slippery. Dana, what excuse do you think he gave?
I think he gave the excuse of dick comparison because we know how it works with size. You know when it's so big or small that there's rumors? Well, this is how they start.
Really? Stephen, what do you think?
I'm going to go with art. You say art about anything and you go, yeah, I mean, that could be art. It's art.
There is a vagina wall.
Yeah. The penis wall.
Wouldn't make it as a floor.
There could be...
Or a sprinkler system on a roof.
And Richard, what's your answer?
I put dead mum again, because you just say that.
So if you were caught taking a dick pic, you would say...
I'd say it's the only thing left of my dead mum.
Well, let's see if you're right.
Whoa. Now, I know how this looks, but I was just taking a picture of the old Todger to send to the guys at the golf club. I know you don't like how much time I spend there, but, you know, you could at least give me this. I mean, why do you always have to make everything a thing?
So that's a point to Dana. Question 3. This is another post from one insightful dame. I spotted a hickey on his neck, and he said, I got stung by a wasp, and my mate tried to suck out the sting. Or I woke up with it. Maybe you did it to me while we were sleeping. Or I fell off a bar stool and stabbed myself in the neck with a pool cue.
I want to write dead mum.
I know, I can think.
But it's hard to know whether it's diminishing returns or it's going to get better.
I'm not sure dead mum jokes ever get better, do they?
It depends on the decomposition.
Dana, what's with the hickey? What do you have?
I think he woke up with it, and I think it's plausible. I once had a whole karate fight when I was asleep, so...
Whoa. Stephen, what's your answer?
I've put wasp sting.
Richard?
I wrote pool cue stabbing just because I want that to be the case.
Dude.
I would salute anyone who made that as an excuse.
All right, let's see if you're right.
Well, this? How did I get this? It's crazy. Right? I'm talking to Mike, right? And Mike, I'm telling Mike how proud I am of you, baby, of all the things you're doing at work. Suddenly, I fall off a bar stool, managed to stab myself with a pool cue. And you'll never believe how I got the bite mark next to my balls.
Richard, you get the point. Well done.
Tell you what, the moral of this is don't go out with Barry from EastEnders.
It's time now for your final question. It is worth up to 2 points, and we're going to find out how good each of you are at thinking on your feet. I will describe a compromising scenario that suggests you might be doing the dirty, and tell me your excuse. If I think that you've been cheating, you get no points. If I'm unsure, 1 point. But if you can explain it and leave me confident that I can trust you, you will get the full 2 points. And by the way, in a relationship with me, 2 points does mean anal. Take it or leave it.
What do you get for 3?
Dead mum.
Dead mum.
Stephen, you're first. I get home late at night after performing another sellout arena show. I immediately notice you've got what looks like lipstick on your collar. How do you explain yourself?
I was on the way back from the pub, and a woman was walking her dog, and the dog went into cardiac arrest. So I got down on my knees and I gave it that stuff, and the dog came back to life, and I hugged the dog, and the dog was wearing lipstick.
I love what you've done there. I have 4 dogs, and they're those tiny ones that shiver and piss from their eyes. I'm always like kissing the backs of their necks so they smell like perfume, and they do have lipstick on them. So I would say, such a story like that, I'd be inclined to believe you, and I certainly couldn't be mad that you lied if you did, so 2 points.
I saved a dog.
You saved a dog's life.
Thank you.
2 points, Stephen, yes. Dana, you're next.
Okay.
We're sat on the sofa at home. Each of us is scrolling through the gram on our phones. Suddenly, a ringing sound comes from your handbag. How do you explain that you've got a second phone?
Well, the thing about the second phone is I started doing lives, and I didn't want you to know about it. And the first phone ran out of memory, so I had to get the second phone to do my lives. I was a little bit ashamed, and I was also doing a surprise for you on the live, so I had to get the second phone so you wouldn't find out.
A question from Richard?
My question, what are lives?
What are lives?
What are lives?
What are lives?
So basically, a live is when you broadcast live on Instagram, right? So you just
Right.
press the button that says live, and then it's live.
I see.
And Instagram?
Did you come here in a time machine?
Yeah.
Sorry, Stephen and I from the past.
Yeah.
Dana, you know me, I always believe women, apart from when the Kardashians say they've had no surgery. And so, I have believed a lot worse. I'll give you 1 point for that, Dana. Richard, you are next.
Yes.
A parcel arrives at the house. I can tell it is from a sexy lingerie shop. I assume you've bought me a gift, so I open it, only to find it contains some silk boxer shorts that say on a note, "Dear Dickie, thanks for the memories." What's your explanation?
My mother died. She died in my arms, sewing these boxer shorts. Right up until the very end. Beep, 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 beep.
Was her corpse dragged through the sewing machine?
Really disrespectful. I'm going to deduct 1 point from
Yes.
Stephen.
Very disrespectful.
Richard, you had me at dead mum.
Thank you.
2 points, Richard. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
One thing many people won't know about me is that I love Formula One because I'm really cool. Now, quite disappointingly, the budget wouldn't stretch to borrowing one of the cars or having Lewis Hamilton reading out the questions, although he's a lot cheaper this year than he was last year. So I've scaled down and I've brought Formula One to you. So please allow me to introduce the Barnes Hatch Racetrack. Now, in a moment, you three are going to have a Formula One race. But before we do that, we need to determine the track position. So I'm going to ask you some Formula One related questions to find out who gets to start in pole position. How's your Formula One knowledge?
I actually know a lot about Formula One. I'm not even joking.
I knew what pole position meant.
Excellent.
I got a driving licence too, and I passed first time, so this should be quite easy for me.
OK, so you're going to have to write down your answers for this one.
Right.
Here comes question number 1. Formula One is massive. It has a global audience of 400 million. In 2021, it visited 21 countries across 5 continents. In which of those countries does the Baku Grand Prix take place?
And there's no multiple choice, because there are a lot of countries.
That is true.
Over 100, I believe.
Still? All right.
In which country does the Baku Grand Prix take place?
In which country?
Which country? Are you ready?
Yeah.
So, Dane, where on earth is Baku?
I'm going to assume, because I don't know, that it's in Malaysia.
Oh, OK. Lou, what have you put?
I don't know how to spell it, but Abakistan.
I don't know how to say this, Lou. I think that's from a pantomime.
That's what I'm thinking. Azerbaijan! Azerbaijan!
OK, that's what you meant, right?
Yeah.
Azerbaijan. OK, cool. Richard?
The Vatican.
See what you've done there?
Yeah.
The actual answer is, believe it or not, Lou Sanders, you're right. It's Azerbaijan. Luckily for you, Lou, it is not a spelling test. You're all right. OK, a Formula One car is made of 80,000 components and costs around £14 million to build. Of that £14 million, £12 million is the cost of the engine So how many races do you think the engine is good for? And this is multiple choice. So is it 7, 17 or 70? How many races does a Formula One engine last for?
I think it's 7.
You all done? Yeah. Dane, how many races?
I've said 7.
7. Luke?
7.
I put 17. I think 17 is slightly funnier than 7.
It's slightly funnier, but it is wrong. The answer is 7. That's a point for you, Dane and Lou. I like how, Lou, you've gone for the European 7 as well. That's very...
And so what happens...
I spent some time in France.
What happens after 7 races?
They do it without an engine, Richard.
Yeah. OK.
So this is your last question. Are we ready?
I'll miss it when it's gone.
We all know what a pit stop is. Pit stops are where a Formula One driver stops during the race to change tyres, do any needed maintenance, pick up against his pasty. But to the nearest second, what is the world record for the fastest Formula One pit stop? To the nearest second.
To the nearest second.
Nearest second.
Are you all done?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Dane, what's your guess?
Some say it's my personal best. It's 2 seconds.
Lou?
3 or 4.
3 or 4? OK, fine. Richard?
1.
1 to the nearest second.
1 second.
1 second.
Yeah.
Picture.
It was actually 0 seconds, but to the nearest second, it's 1.
Right. You can do it in no time.
Yeah.
Perfect. The answer is actually 2 seconds. So, yeah. That'd be 1.82 seconds.
1.82.
OK, qualifying is over. It is time to race. Welcome to race day, guys. Here's how it's going to work. You'll race for 5 laps around Barnes Hatch. First over the line wins 2 points. Second place gets 1 point. And I'm afraid it's nothing for last place. OK, now you'll notice that your cars have been arranged in order of how you qualified. Dane and Lou are in joint pole position. Richard, you're bringing up the rear. So, this is the exciting bit, because to talk you through the track, I want you please all to give a very warm welcome to our very special guest, F1 commentator, the one and only Alex J.
Wow!
Hello, Angela.
Welcome. Now, will you please start by just talking us through the track?
Well, go on then. It's Barnes Hatch, and sorry to barge past you, but we've got to start, funnily enough, at the start, because this is a real challenge. It looks fine, it looks easy, but it's deceptively difficult into turn 1. Past the repainted bridge so we don't see the sponsor. Don't get cocky, all right? Don't get cocky at this point, because you'll get out of here and you'll think, oh, I'm so good at this, I'm so naturally talented, but the hairpin is a problem. Our audience have to go home tonight. And in rehearsal, it took a while. So be careful, haul on the anchors through there, and then it's all about the speed. Back all away around to the start-finish line. It's a thriller, it's Barnes Hatch, everyone.
Thank you, Alex! You got any pro tips for our players?
Well, as the great Sir Lewis Hamilton once said to me, Angela, don't crash. But beyond that, just take it easy at the hairpin. Seriously, these people have families. We've got to go home.
OK. I've got one question.
Go on.
Why can't I use the plane that's there? I think that'd be quicker.
What, going round the track? Probably not, mate.
No, all right, fine. You're the expert, I guess.
I have a question. There was a rehearsal?
Pick up your controllers.
OK.
OK. Let's do it. Good luck.
Do you drive yourself?
Here we go, here come the lights for the Question Team Grand Prix. It's lights out and away we go. We're going to crash at the first turn immediately. But Richard's in the lead at the moment, he's streaking clear.
It's not working, it's not working. This isn't
the marshal's
fair.
going to
Mine's
work.
broken.
Richard comfortably in the lead here.
Really fantastic. It's really about...
It's so calm for Richard at the moment. He's streaking clear. Dane's got a problem. Needs the marshals. Losing the wall. She doesn't like it. Richard's streaking clear of this one. Confidence exuding off this man at the moment. This is absolute carnage. All right, a part of the track is on the floor. A part of the track is gone. There's chaos at the moment. Oh. Richard's nearly there. This is going to have to count because Richard's nearly there. He's one track away. Richard Ayoade as well.
I'm going to start this round with a name for you all, Steve Tyler. Yes, he's the lead singer of legendary rock band Aerosmith. He's sold over 150 million albums and is known as the Demon of Screamin', or less commonly as my celebrity lookalike. Which leads me to my round, which is, yep, you guessed it, it's all about celebrity lookalikes, or as I'm calling it, my doppelganger. Thank you. I hit the streets to ask people which celebrity people say they look like. For every one you guess correctly, I'll give you a point. First up, it's James.
Hi, my name's James. I'm an IT business analyst and I'm from London.
James, what celebrity do people tell you you look like?
Oh.
So, yes, that was IT business analyst James. What celeb do people tell James he looks like?
OK. When I heard that you were doing a round on doppelgangers, I thought you'd be doing a quiz on my hit film, The Double, which is about a doppelganger.
Oh.
But by that reaction, we can tell why it wasn't a commercial success.
OK, Sue, what have you put?
I've put this.
James Corden. OK. Reg, what about you?
I put this. Chunky Russell Howard.
Thank you for saying it out loud, because I felt uncomfortable, so thank you. And Richard.
Now, I put James Corden, but if you look carefully, there is a hint of Jimmy Somerville. It takes a while, but it's there.
Let's take a look at the answer. James, what celebrity do people tell you you look like?
People say that I look like James Corden.
Right, on to the next person.
My name's Andrew. I'm a retired professor from the university here in London, where I live.
So, Andrew, what celebrity do people tell you you look like?
That's hard, this one.
OK, before you lock in your answers, I'm going to offer you up a clue. So, the person he reckons he looks like is an actor who accidentally broke Robert De Niro's nose.
Is it Jodie Foster?
OK, Sue, who did you put?
Any old dude from Game of Thrones, and I've done a Willy there and a sword, which are the twin... But admittedly, the Willy has got pubes on the helmet bit, which was an error. And I apologise for that.
If it is any old man from Game of Thrones, Sue, I will give you a point.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. It's not. Reg.
Damn.
Joe Pesci.
Joe Pesci.
Well, I mean, that's the only person I could think of that might break Robert De Niro's nose.
He can't reach Robert De Niro's nose.
OK, Joe Pesci and then Richard.
Harvey Keitel.
Oh, that's good.
But he doesn't look like Harvey Keitel.
No.
I think he's decided he looks like Harvey Keitel.
But a sad version.
A very sad version.
Shall we actually hear from Andrew?
Yes.
Yes.
So, Andrew, what celebrity do people tell you you look like?
They tell me I look like Robin Williams.
Oh, mate.
They're getting angry now.
Right?
That's right.
With good reason.
So that's a point for nobody, I'm afraid, Andrew. You outfoxed us all there. Let's hear from the next one.
My name's Katie. I'm an upholsterer. Where am I from? Lapworth.
And Katie, what celebrity do people tell you you look like? So that was cheeky upholsterer Katie from Lapworth. Would you like a little clue?
Yes, please.
Yes, please.
OK, it's almost as useless as the other one. They are a TV presenter who released their own children's book in 2020.
That's every TV presenter.
OK, Sue, who did you put?
I've put Cat Deely, and I have done a drawing which again features hair.
OK. Reg?
Every blonde white woman I have ever heard of.
I think already you've got a point for that, because I can't really deny it. OK. Richard.
I went on a journey with this.
OK.
I started with Katie Hopkins. And then I thought Cat Deeley. And I thought, maybe Phil Schofield. And then I thought Holly Willoughby, because there's a similarity. And then possibly Judy Finnegan. So in a way, it's very much like Reg's answer. I was just more specific.
Can I just say, the idea of a children's book written by Katie Hopkins is one of the chilling things I think you could present to a young person.
I'm going to choose Cat Deeley.
Cat Deeley. OK, let's take a look.
And Katie, what celebrity do people tell you you look like?
Apparently, Cat Deeley.
It was Cat Deeley, so a point to Sue and a point to Richard. Well done.
Wait a minute. I've heard of Cat Deeley.
Yeah.
So that is included in my answer.
I agree. That's in the Venn diagram.
No points.
What?
Sorry. OK, let's take a look at our last person.
Hi, my name's Pierre. I work in finance. I live in London.
So, Pierre, which celebrity do people tell you look like?
Now, one thing I would like to say here, please take note on how smug Pierre looks with himself here, right? So you've got to bear that in mind about who people tell him he looks like he'd be really chuffed with.
Oh, OK.
OK. There's a little hint for you.
It's not Katie Hopkins.
Can confirm that. And an extra little clue for you. The reason he's looking so pleased with himself is because his lookalike was named 2018's People magazine's Sexiest Man Alive.
OK. I'm assuming that he believes that he looks like somebody black, so,
Are you putting every young black man I've ever heard of?
Every young black man I have ever heard of.
OK. Sue, who did you go for?
The super hot guy from Bridgerton. Can't remember his name. Beautiful.
Okay. Yeah, beautiful.
So beautiful that you just don't even bother looking for his name in the credits.
Yeah. OK. Reg.
Michael B. Jordan.
Oh, that's a good shout.
Michael B. Jordan.
Yeah, you know.
Okie dokie. Richard.
I think it's Idris Elba.
Let's find out from Pierre, shall we?
So, Pierre, which celebrity do people tell you look like?
People tell me I look like Idris Elba.
Well done, Richard. The only one to score a point there.
Sensational.
Well, for my final question, I've called upon someone who's a dab hand with Photoshop to give each of you an uncanny resemblance to another celebrity. OK, Sue, so who do you think your face has been mixed with there?
Well, it's better. Whatever they've done. I think there's a whiff of Cruise there.
Yes.
There's a narrowing of the eyes, and either I've got thin lips or those are... Now I'm worried they're my lips. So I think there's a steeliness. There's that 1,000-yard sort of Tom Cruise stare, which says, yeah, I'm going to explode my knackers on a stunt that I'm doing crossing from one building to another. I'm going to detonate my own genitalia as that stunt goes wrong. The neck, I think, is model zone. The hair, who the fuck thought that was a good idea? But yeah, I think it's a Sue Cruise or it's a Tom Perkins.
Well, I can tell you, it is in fact Sue Cruise. Yes, it is indeed Tom Cruise. Well done. OK, Reg, you're next. Who do you think the celebrity that you've been merged with is?
Please.
Pretty clearly.
Oh, that's great.
Someone very sad. Who else is in my body?
That's a great round. Can we play that later?
I'm gonna say Michelle Obama.
Lock it in.
Is it? Michelle Obama. Let's have a look. Unfortunately, Dwayne The Rock Johnson. OK, and finally, Richard. Meow.
Ooh.
Pretty, hey?
It seems like the cast of Cats. I'm locking in Julia Roberts, and that's also a format.
OK.
Can Julia Roberts escape from a room within 2 minutes?
OK, so, Richard, you've locked in Julia Roberts. Are you right? Let's take a look. It was Julia Roberts!
Yes, Julia Roberts. Yes.
Last series, Richard, I told you I was a people person, and that has not changed. I still love meeting them, greeting them, and treating them right. But now I've added to my repertoire, charming them, calming them, and disarming them with my stunning smile. I'm going to introduce you to 3 people and ask you some questions about these people. Unfortunately, at the end of the last show that I did in the last series, I said to all 3 of the people, that was great. If we ever do it again, you'll have to come back. 2 of them took that for what it was, an empty gesture to fill an otherwise awkward walk back to the dressing room. One of them, however, has emailed me every day ever since, so long story short, Christopher's back at the end there. Without further ado, please welcome the class of 2022, Aaron and Beatrice. For the show, I asked these heroes to send me their CVs. Now, one job title jumped out above the rest. So, question 1 is this. Who used to be an erotic dancer? You can ask the lineup questions if you like. You want to ask anyone anything?
I would like to see each one of you twerking.
Aaron, come on, work.
That is appearing in my stress stream.
Beatrice?
I think Beatrice has got something going on there. Yeah.
And, oh, God. Go on, Chris.
I can't unsee that.
So, A, B or C, whoever you think used to be an erotic dancer.
OK.
Aaron, Beatrice or Christopher. A, B or C. OK. Lara, who have you put?
I put Aaron, because I think he's the one.
Best reason there could be. Jen?
Oh, come on, it's Christopher.
Yeah.
Absolute, pure 100% filth. I can just totally imagine it.
Richard?
I've put A for Aaron. I fear, though, it may be Chris.
OK, well, let's see who's right. It's not Aaron!
What?
It's not Beatrice! Can only mean one thing, and I don't want to. It's Christopher! Christopher, the Chris Stripper.
All right.
Chris, do you want to tell us any background to this? Or?
Back in the late 90s, I was in a group. We was a tribute to the Full Monty, and we were called the Fraud Monty. We were fat, old and ugly, and we had 8 inches between us.
I asked Chris before the show if he wanted to put his trousers back on after this round. He declined. Here we go. Question 2.
Oh, no, come on. I can't stop looking at it. I don't want to, but my eye's drawn.
Part of the challenge of the quiz, Jen.
I want to sleep. I want to sleep again.
Question 2. Who is the cheekiest? Oh. And I'm not talking about Christopher. Ask this chaps. Let me clarify. Earlier today, and without these 3 knowing, I asked someone to order them whatever they wanted for lunch, and I said that I would cover it. So all I want you to do is tell me which one of the 3 of these spent the most. Now, feel free to quiz the... You didn't know this, did you?
No, we didn't.
No. You thought I was being genuinely generous. Now, you can quiz them if you like. Obviously, don't ask them, what did you have for lunch?
What did you have for breakfast today?
Aaron? What are you having for breakfast?
I started with porridge. Wow. And then I had scrambled eggs, avocado on sourdough bread with Marmite and beans.
That's a lot.
Wow. Beatrice?
I had a coffee and a hot cross bun.
Christopher? What'd you have for
I
breakfast?
had a bowl of cornflakes
Yeah.
with a little bit of sweetener on the top.
You
Just
put
a
some
little-
sweetener on
Just
top?
a little bit. I had that, and then I had another bowl, so I had 2 bowls.
Wow. Or another way of doing that anecdote is saying 2 bowls at the start. Bit of sweetener on the second bowl, or are you just gonna...
No, that's too much.
OK.
Put down your guess. Who spent the most on lunch of my money? OK. Let's go for the answers. Lara.
I say it's Chris.
Jen.
I'm going to say Beatrice.
Richard?
Chris, final answer. It's Chris.
Right, the receipts are in. OK, now, interestingly, they all went to burger joints. Now, Aaron went for a plant-based burger with cheese and chunky skin-on fries, spending £16.10.
Uh-oh.
Beatrice treated herself to a grilled cheese sandwich with onions and jalapenos, spending a measly £3.75. And Christopher chowed down on a bacon cheeseburger with onions, jalapenos, barbecue sauce and grilled mushrooms and regular fries and a millionaire shortbread dessert shake with cream.
Yes.
£19.60. Christopher took it against the most. The point for Richard, point for Lara. Now, question 3. Who got the least amount of sleep last night? Now, I hooked all 3 of these up to a sleep app last night and have the results with me. So, if you want to take a look at their faces, decide who's the most knackered. If you've got any questions for our lineup, ask them now.
Okay, what time do you usually go to bed?
Aaron?
Between 7 and 8 p.m.
What the fuck?
What are you? Do you have kindergarten in the morning?
I get up quite early.
How early?
3 a.m. roughly.
3 a.m.
I hang out with the foxes. I do. 2 follow me around as I run around.
The foxes?
Sorry, we're abandoning the whole quiz to hear the rest of it. 2 little foxes follow you around.
Yeah,
You get
I'm a
up.
digestive eat, and I go for a run, and then they trot with me.
You're getting up at 3 in the morning to go for a run with a couple of foxes.
Hang on, he doesn't wake up in the morning. He wakes up in the middle of the night.
Yeah. Right. Put down your answers. Who got the least amount of sleep last night? Lara, who do you think got the least amount of sleep?
I went with Beatrice because I think Aaron cares a bunch about his sleep.
Jen?
I'm feeling Aaron.
Really?
Gets up early to dance with foxes. There's something not right with you.
Richard?
I think it's Aaron.
Get out your phones, I'll have a look at the sleep app here. All of you.
Mum was in the box.
Let's have a little look.
What a
We
shame.
got in bed for 6 hours and 18 minutes, asleep for 6 hours and 11 minutes. Wow. That's literally just... Beatrice. In bed for 5 hours and 42 minutes, asleep for 5 hours and 13 minutes. Christopher. In bed, 8 hours and 36 minutes, asleep 7 hours and 41 minutes. Beatrice, there's a winner. OK, so now it's time to combine all of your learnings about these 3 people to crack one last question. And this time it's for double points. Hot tamale, it's the grand finale. Can you tell me whose electric car is this? Broom, 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 bring it in the room. You are allowed to snoop around. You can get in it if you like, ask some questions, take it for a spin. Just been told you can't take it for a spin. Feel free to look at whatever you like.
When did you take this car off them?
We took it off them this morning.
OK.
It's very clean.
There's a lot
Very
there. If you want to
clean.
have a look in it, you want to... Yeah, there's obviously 2 bits of bird shit on it. One on the roof there, one on the bonnet.
OK. Do any of you have children?
Aaron?
It's not your car.
Yeah, I was going to say.
It's not your car.
Oh, yeah, open that
Oh, you
up.
found a little bag there.
Okay, and it has some sanitizer. It has some pills. Uh-oh. They're caffeine.
I didn't know that bag was going to be in there, and whoever's car it is, I hope you knew it was there. There was a real tense moment there. There's a pill, and it's... Don't read them out, don't read them out.
Hang on.
Oh.
Is this a...
There's a list there on the dashboard that looks like a shopping list.
What, did you find anything else in there?
There's water-resistant spiking glue.
Water-resistant spiking glue? One of you is a serial killer, it seems.
I've made my choice.
You've made your choice.
I know already.
If you...
How many caffeine pills did you have when you were in there?
If you were buying crisps...
Yeah.
...and you were putting it on a list...
Yeah.
...would you write crisp?
I personally would not like crisp
What
singular.
kind of animal writes crisp? They don't have the time to pluralise it. The only vegetable is parsley. And it's at the end of the list, probably just to make them feel OK.
Yeah.
And carver.
OK, I know who it is.
Yeah, but the handwriting was a little bit...
It's a little bit bubbly.
I'll let you in a secret as well. I co-host a show on Dave, and I enjoy this more.
Yep.
This round is my favourite thing I've ever done.
Yep.
Right.
OK.
It's very tense. Lara, whose car is this?
I think it's Aaron's car because the handwriting's nice. I think he would take a caffeine pill because he looks all put together.
Yeah.
I'm going to go with Beatrice again. I think mainly because I think she's the only one that would know what to do with parsley.
Richard?
It's Beatrice, for sure.
OK, let's find out. If this is your car, please step forward and lock it now. It's Beatrice!